Hello everyone, we're going to look at some samples of recursive values and figuring out what is returned by method calls. While we do this, we're going to use breakpoint debugging to follow the code line by line and see the values that we're looking at. So this is the function we're looking at. It's called yellow, int value. If value greater than or equal to 10, it's going to return 1 plus the function called to yellow of value divided by 10. Otherwise it's going to return 1. So in this case, our base case condition is return 1, and our recursive case condition is 1 plus yellow with the value divided by 10. The reason that we're returning, the reason this is our recursive is because it has the call to the function right there. So I actually have this open in BlueJ, and this file is available for you, so you can actually run it if you want. So this is the file. In the main method, you'll find all of these functions or calls are commented out, so you can uncomment them as you're working on the problems, and all the functions are below. So right here, we have our yellow function that we were just looking at, and this is a call to yellow at 43. So in order to set a breakpoint for breakpoint debugging, we first need to compile our code. Then we're going to go to the line we want to set our breakpoint on, and under Tools, we're going to set clear breakpoint. So now this means our code will run until it hits this line, and then it's going to stop. So we have a couple different things that we can do after that. So we're going to go ahead and come over to the BlueJ run window. So in the run window, before we run our program, what we need to do is go to View and Show Debugger. I'm just going to pull that over because it opened on my other screen. So on the debugger here, I'm going to move some things around. Oops. We actually don't need this window to be this big. Okay, so we have our code window and we have our debugger window. So in our debugger window, we can see static variables, so variables belonging to the class, instance variables belonging to each instance, any variables that are local to the area we are, and some other options that are available. So we're going to go ahead now and we are going to run our program. And you can see it's run up until it reached that breakpoint line, and it's actually stopped there, and that line is green. So one thing that you need to make sure is that you can see your whole debugging window. We need to be able to step through our code, and we actually can't see that right now, so I'll just move this up. So what you can do is you can step over a line, you can step into a line, or you can continue to the next breakpoint. You can also terminate. So we want to step into this call. And what we can see if we move this window is this actually made a call down to yellow. So the next line of code here is this value greater than or equal to 10. And you can see here under local variables that value is equal to 43. So I'm going to go ahead and step into that. Value is still equal to 43. And now we're going to step into this call, which is the yellow calling back here. So now we're looking at a value equals 4. 43 divided by 10 is 4.3, but when we take the fact that it's integers, we lose the decimal, so we get 4. So now again, we're going to step into, and this time, because value is not greater than or equal to 10, it's going to return 1. So now we're back to the original call with the 43, but now we have 1 plus the return value of 1. So it comes back here, and it's going to print 1 plus 1, which gives us a terminal value of 2. So breakpoint debugging can be extremely helpful in walking through your code. It will show you all the local variables, it'll show you all the instance variables, static variables. You can go through and see what the value of each thing is as you go. So you can go ahead and you can remove comments from some of these other ones. You can go in and set or remove, so toggle your breakpoints, just compile, and then, stop it, terminate the program, compile, and then you can go set and clear your breakpoints, and then just make sure that under BlueJ, you're actually going in and showing the debugger, and then you can see all the debugging information that you need to see.